For too long, men have been fed lies about what truly makes them a high-value catch to the opposite sex. The dating experts pushed manipulation tactics, tricks, and games rather than genuine self-development. Well, I'm here to blow the lid off those cheap tactics and reveal the 10 core principles of becoming an authentically high-value man women simply can't get enough of. No more chasing. It's time to be the man women instinctively crave. Principle 1. Live with passion and purpose. Too many men today are stagnant, coasting through life on autopilot without any zest or direction. Women are viscerally turned off by this uninspired existence. A truly high-value man blazes his own trail, cultivating a richly fulfilling life, guided by his deepest passions and insatiable curiosity. He attacks each day with gusto, constantly studying to expand his mind while stepping out of his comfort zone to accumulate new experiences and adventures. Perhaps he's building a thriving business doing work that fires him up. Maybe he's immersed in athletic training or creative arts that allow him to grow. Regardless of the specifics, his days radiate with dynamic enthusiasm for living. This is a man who simply has too much burning desire and vitality inside him to ever be content as a passive bystander to life. His magnetic energy instantly enlivens everyone around him, particularly women who crave a protector and guide for their own journeys of growth and exploration. Where other men throw away their potential on trivialities, a high-value man is ever evolving, refusing to let life's possibilities escape his grasp. Principle 2. Get in great shape. While personality and purpose are paramount, one cannot discount the intrinsic reality that women are physiologically drawn to outward signals of physical ability. Men who prioritize their health and aesthetics simply operate from a more powerful, impactful frequency. The high-value man recognizes this wisdom. He rigorously forges himself into a paragon of disciplined vigor through clean eating habits and intense training regimens. Perhaps he's a gym rat sculptured by heavy iron and metabolic finishers. Maybe he's an athletic dynamo always competing in various sports. Whatever the regimen, his body moves with an undeniable potency, the coiled, controlled power of a beast. But far beyond just looking pleasing to the eye, this borderline obsession with prime functioning stems from a deeper appreciation for the philosophy of constant self-optimization. It's a representation of his uncompromising standards and iron self-control. These aren't merely pretty boy looks, but the hardened frame of a resilient machine constantly operating at peak capacity. Principle 3. Be her relaxing safe space. Modern society has left most people, men and women alike, feeling constantly uprooted and unmoored. Anxieties and fears ricochet through our minds each day, as the shifting sands of instability become the new norm. This is why embodying the energy of a supremely grounded, reassuring rock is such an irresistible trait for high-value men. While others are scattered and emotional, buffeted by changing winds, he remains stalwart and centered. A woman senses his aura of unshakable calm and security immediately. Here is a partner who will remain strong and unfazed, never descending into neediness or volatility, no matter what storms arise. She knows she can trust herself to this pillar, finding respite in his solidness during life's roughest trials. From this emanates a magnetic air of trustworthiness. She can finally allow her vulnerable depths to emerge, releasing lifelong fears of abandonment or rejection. In his presence, she feels that all too rare gift of truly being seen, heard, and accepted. He makes space for her emotional world in a way few men are capable. Principle 4. Acknowledge your masculinity unapologetically. In an age of media saturation and mixed social signals, too many men have become confused about their identities and expressions of healthy masculinity. This deep insecurity leads to nice guy behaviors and complete desperation to win female approval at any cost. The high-value man resolves these disempowering tendencies by embodying his unapologetic, self-assured manhood. He communicates with assertive confidence and carries himself with unflinching certainty, signaling an abundance of charisma and poise. When he enters any environment, his powerful presence and alpha energy are felt viscerally by all. Importantly, he balances this supreme confidence with respectful attitudes and true integrity. This is not arrogance or toxicity, but the authentic self-possession of a man comfortable in his own skin. He doesn't require ego-stroking or constant validation. Instead, his frame radiates an instinctual allure that gives women the security of feeling like they're truly with one of the premium males. Principle 5. No games, just honesty. If you've spent much time in the dating world, you're likely all too familiar with the endless manipulation tactics and games promoted by the dating experts. Techniques of hot-cold manipulation, chasing through text games, or other gimmicks to make her chase you have been shoved into our collective psyche. Unfortunately, these games end up creating the opposite of a truly high-value reality. While seeming exciting at first, things quickly devolve into toxic relationships devoid of trust, intimacy, or genuine connection. True quality women will see right through these tactics and likely bail, and those willing to stick around playing games are often the crazy ones to avoid anyway. If she's not a good match, he walks away with nobility rather than trying to deceive anyone. Likewise, if a woman plays games or head trips, he refuses to reward those with any energy or attention. His time is too precious. His expectation is to treat all with respect and honesty while attracting a woman into his reality who matches those values entirely. No compromises. Principle 6. Self-validate from the inside out. Even in our modern hyper-connected age, too many men suffer from crippling validation addiction and over-reliance on others for their sense of worth and happiness. This neediness bleeds into all areas of their lives, becoming a repulsive force to any woman with healthy boundaries. The high-value man stands in polar opposition to these ungrounded tendencies. He is a bulwark of uncompromising self-reliance and independence. His passion and purpose are fueled purely from within, free from any expectations of others, completing him. This core self-assuredness becomes the unshakable foundation for sky-high self-esteem and amused indifference toward outside opinions. Rather than seeking endless validation and approval, the self-reliant high-value man pursues his vision with a centered determination, happily walking his own path alone if needed. This unbreakable inner source of motivation can never be derailed by temporary setbacks or doubters. His belief in himself is that absolute. Principle 7. Master outcome, independence, and unforced fulsomeness. Perhaps one of the most powerfully attractive mindsets the high-value man embodies is one of unwavering outcome independence and unconditional self-worth when it comes to his romantic pursuits. This emotional mastery completely eliminates the stench of desperation and neediness. While the typical male operates from a scarcity mindset, attaching his ego and emotional well-being to each individual prospect, the high-value man approaches interactions from a completely unattached abundance. He understands his self-defined worth remains infinite and intact, regardless of outside responses. So when a romantic connection ends despite his efforts, there's no catastrophic hit to his self-esteem. He doesn't spiral into bitter perseveration or degrading self-pity. With amused indifference, he keeps things light, staying focused on the abundance of opportunities that await as he moves forward on his purpose-driven path. Principle 8. Be the masculine inspiration for her growth. While society loves portraying men as buffoonish arrested adolescents, the high-value man recognizes his role as a powerful inspiration for the constant growth and ascension of his intimate partner. His uncompromising presence uplifts and fortifies those around him to their own self-actualizations. When this masculine crystallization enters a woman's life, she's immediately lifted by his zeal and forward momentum. She senses an undeniable pull to rise to his level of standards, drive, and personal evolution. Witnessing such a paragon living out loud forces her to confront the empty inertia of her norm. But rather than criticism or judgment, he brings an inspiring vision. He's forever spotlighting new heights for her to elevate toward, showing her the untapped divinity within. Perhaps he challenges her to recapture forgotten dreams or pursue daring adventures outside her comfort zone, Maybe he guides a reinvention of who she thought she could be. Principle 9. Model elegance and classiness without compromise. A high-value man carries himself with a natural sense of class and sophistication that goes far beyond just his looks or style. It's an unmistakable aura of prestige that instantly lets a woman know she's in the presence of someone truly refined and worldly. This elegance doesn't come from arrogance or showing off. It's simply part of who he is as a man of taste and culture. The high-value man has cultivated an appreciation for the finer things in life through genuine curiosity and a zest for experiencing all the beauty the world has to offer. Whether it's art, music, fashion, travel, or cuisine, he has an eye for quality and an eagerness to surround himself with cultural richness. His living spaces are an extension of this sophistication, with thoughtful details that reflect his refined yet unpretentious aesthetic. Yet even as he embraces the privileges of finer living, the high-value man never slips into crass materialism or obnoxious showing off. He takes pride in the good things in life, but stays grounded in wisdom and humility. A woman is captivated by the way he makes her feel immersed in an elevated world of elegance, without it ever feeling superficial or gaudy. To be with a man of such discerning taste and quiet confidence in his own worth is to know she's in rare company, someone who savors life's grandest experiences with sincere connoisseurship. Principle 10. Always be the source of certainty and clarity. In our chaotic modern world where expectations and societal values seem to shift beneath our feet daily, there's an undeniable appeal to a man whose resolute presence provides women with the priceless gifts of certainty, clarity, and stability amidst the storms. The high-value man stands apart precisely because he is this unflinching obelisk of strength and purpose that cannot be swayed by passing trends or insecurities. He moves through the world with profound intentionality and single-minded devotion to his deepest truths. Not only does he know who and what he is to the core, this crystallized character creates a potent gravitational field for those around him to orient themselves. When a woman enters the sphere of his reality, she finds herself awash in that rock-solid trustworthiness. Here is a man uncompromising in his integrity, congruent in words and deeds. Ambiguity and contradiction are simply not part of his composition. His fortified presence alone becomes a beacon of soothing constancy she can rely on. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.